For the past couple of years, I've been doing wedding films full time. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say that I've become successful, but what I can say is that I've learned a lot along the way and I'm still learning. Today, I want to share some of those lessons with you. These are things I wish I have paid more attention to on the early days. Things I regret and learning them the hard way. And it's advice I wish I had taken from the start. Hopefully this will help you to avoid the same mistakes I made and give you a head start if you're venturing into wedding films or if you're seasoned in the industry. One of the first things I've learned as a videographer is that gear doesn't matter. Some of the best in the business don't necessarily have the most expensive or latest cameras, but what they do have is years of experience in different scenarios and masters of storytelling. So what does this mean? It means that instead of chasing the newest gear, focus on developing your storytelling abilities. Be happy with the gear you already have and content with what you need. Most of the time, the biggest growth and value comes from the tools you use for developing yourself as a storyteller and crafting a brand on good storytelling abilities. Chasing gear can feel like an endless pit. It's never quite enough, but investing in your skills, your creative voice, and your storytelling will take you so much further. The second thing I've learned as a videographer is that relationships matter a lot. Building relationships within the industry is fundamentally important to creating a successful company and strong brand. The relationships you develop over time are a reflection of how long you've been in the wedding industry, and your reputation is built on these connections. So be kind, be friendly, and always be willing to help. Never look down on anyone, because the truth is you never know where someone might end up, and one day they could be higher in a position or maybe even surpass you, and having a solid, respectful relationship with them could benefit you in ways you could not believe. The third thing I've learned is that sticking to your deliverables and sticking to your deadlines is crucial. One of the biggest challenges in the creative industry is that we often get caught up in the creative process and tend to put our organization on the back burner. Then deadlines approach and we're scrambling to get the final product out, and sometimes we're not entirely happy with what we delivered. So that's why it's so important to structure when it comes to delivering what you promise, and never ever over-promising and under-delivering. Always aim to under-promise and over-deliver. It's a simple concept, but sometimes many creatives struggle, including myself. That's why I've made it a point to structure my work process and stay consistent and always hit my deadlines. The fourth thing I've learned is that you never ever know everything. It's essential to remain teachable, always. The moment you think you know it all, you stop growing. And the reality is that people are consistently innovating within the industry, and you don't want to be the last one to find out or too proud to ask someone how they did something, why they're doing it, or how you can improve your own work. Being teachable in the wedding industry might be one of the most valuable traits you can have. It allows you to adapt new trends and put your own spin on them, keeping your business fresh and growing. Businesses in this industry die when they refuse to innovate, both in style and in practice. The truth is, society evolves, generation shifts, and people's taste change. So if you want to stay relevant, you have to stay open to change. And it starts with being teachable. The last thing I've learned, and it's the lesson that cost me quite a bit, it is the importance of contracts. It's easy to think that a simple generic contract is good enough. One that hasn't been thoroughly reviewed by a professional lawyer who knows the ins and outs of the industry. But the truth is, your product is only as strong as your contract. Your contract is what protects you from difficult situations and gives you the confidence to move forward without worrying about legal risks. Don't make the same mistakes I did. I've made these mistakes too many times, and it ended up costing me far more than it would have cost me to just hire a lawyer to review my contracts from the start. Having a solid contract in place and a lawyer to back it up when it's needed is absolutely essential. We creatives don't always handle confrontation well, especially when it comes to contracts. And that's exactly why you need to leave this to the professionals. Just like the couple trusts you to be the best in the business when it comes to capturing their wedding day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'd love to hear from you. What are some things that you've learned over the years from working in the wedding industry as a photographer, a videographer, or a vendor? Drop your lessons in the comments below and let's start a conversation, help each other out, and encourage others to keep growing and improving. And if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing because I'll be releasing more content like this in the future. Thanks again for watching.